Biker Mike here with another video. This video is going to be the first video on a series of videos I'm going to do on my restoration of my 1977 Honda cr125. This would be the third year that they produced the cr125. And I did a 74 a long time ago. So as you can see, I already got the frame painted, the engine repainted, and it's kind of just mocked in there. As far as the engine goes, I split the cases, put new mains in it, new crank seals, had the cylinder bored, and a fresh piston and rings put in it. And that's pretty much all the engine needed that I could tell. The oil level screw was stripped out, so I had to tap it out and put a little bit bigger screw in there, so that's not original. And but otherwise the cases were good on this bike, so I decided to use everything I had. And as far as the frame goes, I actually stripped this bike down probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. I bought it. It was mostly complete, and I just tore it all down. I had the intentions of restoring it right away anyways. I never panned out that way, and I had it sitting at my mom and dad's place in pieces, and now that I got my shop built, I just remembered that I had it and went down there and grabbed it and started working on it in my new shop. So what I used to sandblast the frame was just a portable sandblaster that you hook up to your air compressor. I don't have a very big air compressor. It's right over there, but it did the trick. So I stripped it down, sandblasted it, and painted it with color paint as what I thought was as close to original as the Honda Tahitian Red. There's a DuPont color code out there. Can't remember what it is right offhand, but it's like a Chrysler engine orange color. So I went to a local paint shop and they mixed me up some paint with my that I could use with my HVLP gun, and I just sprayed it in my tent. I had an old tent, and I just set that up as a paint booth and use, you know, the proper respirator filters and all that for safety sakes, safety third. So yeah, it came out better than I thought. It was just a one coat paint. There's no base coat, clear coat. It's just one coat, so the clear comes up out of it, and really happy with how it turned out. And the other thing I was working on was the gas tank. I got it all stripped down, and there's a bunch of dents in it. You can see where I had them highlighted there with the Sharpie. And what I did to get the dents out may not be the best way. There's probably better ways out there. It was just the way I did it. I just tacked a nail onto it with my MIG welder and just got on there with a pair of vice grips and popped the dents out, and it seemed to work out okay. I'm gonna have to use some filler in there, some filler to smooth it all out and sand it down, and it's not going to be 100%, but it's going to be a lot better than the big dents that were in there. I'll probably have to do some type of a leak test on it just to make sure that none of the welds went right through, and make sure there's no little pinholes in it. And then I'll cake it all up with some mud and sand that down. I'll show you that as I go along with it, and hit it with the same color of paint and slap these decals on, and it should look pretty awesome. It's coming along pretty good. Alright, so we're up here in the second story of my shop where I got a lot of the parts stored. These are some of the plastics for the bike, and some other ones that I bought that I'll be refinishing and sand them down, repaint them, put new decals on. The side panels here, they're all in good shape. I've got new stickers for them too, so we'll get them all sanded down and repainted as it gets a little warmer. I got the wheels for it. It's kind of dark up here, but they're all, most of the bike is here. There's the air box there, can't really see it. I took apart all the shocks. I'll rebuild those. I got mostly all the seals for the shocks and the forks, so that all should go back together pretty good as long as I remember how to do it. The seat here, I got a new seat cover that I bought when I started this project, so that's all ready to go. The seat foam itself is a little bit chewed up, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to fill that in or just buy a new seat foam for it. I'm trying to do it all on a budget, so it adds up once you start buying all this little stuff. And there's the seat pan. I stripped it down, repainted it last fall too. So I'm quite a ways away from completion, but it's getting there, and I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm not really in a big hurry, so it'll just be whenever I get a chance. There's the shock bodies for the rear shocks. They'll have to be painted with that same color. I've got a bunch of paint mixed up. I should have enough to do the whole bike. But friggin' red paint, holy, it's a, just to buy the paint to do this bike was $100 for enough to paint everything, which is pretty pricey, I guess. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this first video of my restoration project. I'll get another video up once I make some more progress on it. Thanks for watching.